for the South African part, for me, it's a bit confusing. It confuses me, and I have let those who can handle it at their level handle it. It's confusing in a sense that it also, in a way, relates to one point I've made in the first explanation, because it was brought to my attention, something was said by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of South Africa in some interview from nowhere, because I don't know what sparked it, where I was saying she met, whether she invited people or whether she went to them, I don't know, but she met the RNC people, some of whom live in South Africa, and it has been a problem we have discussed for a long time with the South African government. And I thought that was being taken care of on the side, and so that it doesn't really interfere with the most important things we should be doing together as countries. So we were not even pursuing anything. We were not bothered, because we had raised it enough, and we had discussed it with the right people in South Africa, and people concerned on both sides were following it out of the way of the normal relationships we should be having. And been building a good relationship going forward. Then this one comes up and say, you know, I met these people. Oh, I was pleasantly surprised. They are ready for a dialogue with the government of Rwanda, and so on and so forth. Now, if it was actually normal, we can talk about dialogue, we can talk about that sounds good. But what was not normal, as it came to my attention when I saw it, was that anything like that would first come through the media. There hasn't been any communication about it, about the meeting, about the surprise, about anything to do with dialogue. It just comes out of the media. In fact, when it was brought to my attention, I asked some of our officials, I said, were you aware of anything that has been building up to this? He said, no, there hasn't been a single moment of discussion on that matter. So I trusted them. So what do you think is the problem? Then a long story, which I just don't want to repeat here. But to cut the story short, then, it becomes that thing where some individuals, even working for government, may think they would rather deal with some groups or some individuals outside of any country or country's government, and prefer that to actually relating to government. That was my interpretation, my immediate interpretation, until I'm told otherwise. So somebody might have made a choice to say, no, I think this is a group, when it comes to Rwanda, these are people to deal with, and not with the government. Or I want to have these people talk to this government. But then the question is, how does it become your business? What business do you have in that? The only business I know would have been to actually find out or even get rid of these people who are getting in between these two countries and damaging their relationship. I think that was come to think about it quickly, that's what I thought. So again, our stance has been, let's wait it out and see how this should not worsen a bad situation if there was a bad situation in the place, or it shouldn't really take much of our time throwing at each other all kinds of things. But I understand then later on, following that first issue I raised, that on Twitter there are all kinds of exchanges and so on and so forth about it, that our Minister of State is alleged to have said something insulting the Minister of Foreign Affairs of South Africa for having made that initial presentation in the media. So even when that came up, I asked that I actually wanted to know, under any circumstances, why would people have exchanged insults? Why would our Minister of State for Foreign Affairs have insulted the Minister of Foreign Affairs of South Africa, or anybody for that matter? Then I said, what did he say? What is it? They say it is a tweet, which was insulting. I said, please, tweets can be seen. Can you show me the tweet? I want to see it. I want to see really for real what it is. From that time of the allegation and the outbursts and so on and so forth, nobody has seen the tweet. Nobody. I ask you, actually, you people here, whether you have seen it. I may benefit from your own here. Nobody has seen it. What has been seen when I asked, in fact, I happened to be somewhere out of this country attending a meeting, and I ran into somebody from South Africa and said, what is this going on? He said, no, there is an insight. I said, can you help me, please, find me something? He said, yes, I'll give you something. In fact, I was with one of my assistants, Patrick. Caroletta is here. He stayed with this person. I said, I'll show you what actually. So when he comes back, he brings me something that is not a tweet, but some blog written by this fellow called Himbara in Canada, quoting something that is in Rushasha, some newspaper, I think, called Rushasha, that Rushasha wrote something alluding to Olivier insulting the Minister of Foreign Affairs. This is the closest we have come to getting something of an insult from a Minister of State of Foreign Affairs, our own, insulting the South African Minister of Foreign Affairs. It is Himbara's own presentation, quoting Rushasha, and by the way, Rushasha being called my newspaper. They specifically mentioned my name, that the Rushasha, a newspaper called Rushasha, belonging to Kagame, President Kagame, wrote something nasty about what Olivier said about. This is the only thing available to us, at least to me. Maybe they still weather, but if our own people are keeping some things away from me. I wonder why South Africans would be keeping away things from me when they want us to understand that what we did was not correct. So this is what some hot air running around, causing confusion, started from wherever. So this is what, so when it comes to this, and I am saying I don't here get it, then the newspapers in South Africa, I think, pick it and start saying all kinds of things, twisting it here and there. So what I'm telling you, go find out. I'm stating to you facts as I understand them, and I have had the trouble to try and understand what is going on. If there's anything different from that you think are facts, I would want to hear from you. So otherwise, for the neighbors who keep writing things about us, we have had neighbors also who provoke us, and one time they cross our borders, and I've even had a few of our people killed, like last time on our southern border. But let me tell you, I have said this publicly, that we aren't going to be moved by any amount of provocation. If it is provocation, we see it for what it is, and I think there are more important things for us to do here, but we just need to secure our borders and keep there until somebody finds us here, then we will sort that out.